Hi students, today we will solve some problems on differentiability by using graphical method. Now the first one is, let f of x equal to maximum of mod x comma x square in the interval mod x less than or equal to 2. And the second one is 8 minus 2 mod x in 2 less than mod x less than or equal to 4. Now here S be the set of points in the interval minus 4 comma 4 at which f is not differentiable. So clearly he wants to find the points where f is not differentiable. Okay, then S is what? Now from the given data, so clearly f of x is what? So maximum of mod x comma x square in the interval mod x less than or equal to 2. Clearly if mod x is less than or equal to 2, which means that minus 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. Okay, and coming to the second one, 2 less than mod x less than or equal to minus 4, which means here we have two conditions. The first one is minus 4 less than or equal to x less than minus 2, and the second one is 2 less than x less than or equal to 4. Now minus 4 to minus 2, clearly it is in the negative region, so 8 minus 2 mod x is nothing but mod x is negative here. Why? Because it is a negative value. If x is less than 0, mod x is what? Minus x, so that it is 8 plus 2x. Why? Because modulus of x minus of minus plus. Now it is completely positive, so which is x greater than 0, which means that it is 8 minus 2x. Okay, now coming to the graph, so we all know about mod x and x square. X square is upper parabola and mod x. Now see, so we have the values minus 4, minus 2, plus 2 and plus 4. So we are having both the negative and positive x-axis for suppose. So clearly minus 4, so minus 2, 0, 2 and 4. Now coming to the graphs, mod x, clearly mod x is what? It should be like this. Yeah, this is mod x. And what is x square? It is a upper parabola, so the shape of upper parabola should be like this. Should be like this. Okay, and finally, so mod x and x square completed. Now coming to 8 plus 2x and 8 minus 2x. Now 8 plus 2x in the region minus 4 to minus 2. Now if you substitute minus 4 here, what we get? 2 into minus 4 minus 8, 8 minus 8, 0. So it is 0. If you substitute minus 2, then it is 4. See, it is a straight line, 8 plus 2x, linear, so that at minus 4 it is 0 and at minus 2 it is 4, so that it should be like this. Now coming to this 2, if you substitute 2 here, it is 4. If you substitute 4 it is 0. Now it should be like this. Okay, so this is the graph. So mod x, x square, 8 plus 2x, 8 minus 2x. Okay, now see, the first one is maximum of mod x and x square. So what is maximum of mod x and x square? So what is the representation of mod x square maximum? Should be like this. So this is the maximum part of mod x and x square. Then these are the two lines. Now see, so we have 5 intersecting points. The first one, the second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. Now clearly, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now mod x and x square intersecting at 1. Okay, see, suppose if it is 2 and it is 1 minus 1. Okay, so whatever it may be, so here clearly 5 intersecting points and clearly 5 sharp corners. The first one should be like this. This is the first sharp corner A, and the second one B, C, D, E. So all these are sharp corners. Please see this graph. A, B, C, D, E. So A is what? -2, B at -1, C is at 0, D is at 1 and E is at 2. So we have 5 sharp corners. What are those 5 sharp corners? -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. That's why it is not differentiable at -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2 finally. So what is our given question? F is not differentiable. Clearly F is not differentiable at -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. And again same problem. Let f maps -1 to 1 to R be a function defined by f of x equal to maximum of minus mod x minus root over 1 minus x square. K be the set of all points at which the f is not differentiable. So clearly it is given that f is not differentiable. Then k equal to what? Now you see this mod x. So if mod x is there, it is in the completely in the positive value, positive y, but it is minus mod x, and root over 1 minus x square is completely positive, but it is in the negative. Why? Because minus root over 1 minus x square, negative y axis. Now straight away see the graph. So it is completely on the negative side. That's why I am taking only negative. Yeah. Please focus on the negative side. Now clearly mod x on the positive side, but it is minus mod x. If mod x is there, it should be like this. But it is minus mod x, so that clearly so it is minus mod x. So clearly we have two equations. The first one is y equal to minus mod x. Now what is the domain he has given? Minus 1 to 1. So now take the domain in between minus 1 and 1. Okay, now coming to the second equation, that is minus root over 1 minus x square. So root over 1 minus x square is on the positive side, but it is in the negative side. It should be like this. Yeah, it should be like this. Now see clearly, so maximum of these two equations. So what is the maximum part of this equations are? Should be like this. This is the maximum part. Now see here we have the first sharp corner here, and the second, and finally the third. So I am not taking minus 1 1, so minus 1 and 1 is not in our domain. He has given open intervals, so that in between minus 1 and 1 we have three sharp corners. The first one is here A, and the second one is B, and the third one finally C. Okay, then he has given f is not differentiable. In which points f is not differentiable? 3 points. So that number of values of k is 3. So at A, B, C, function is not differentiable. So we have 3 points. So the number of values in 3. So clearly it is n of k. So what is n of k? 3. And one last question. If the function f of x equal to step of x minus 5 whole cube by a into sine of x minus 5 plus a into cos of x minus 2, where a belongs to capital R, a real number, is continuous and differentiable in 7, 9, open interval of 7, 9, then a belongs to. So clearly the function is continuous and differentiable. So those two are happened, which means step of x minus 5 whole cube by a integral part. So clear, if there is an integral part, it is not continuous, not differentiable at integral values. So step x is not continuous, not differentiable at integral values. So if the function is to be continuous and differentiable, clearly this part should be eliminated. So how we eliminate this part is, it is going to be 0. So how we make this is going to be 0 is, so what he has given in the interval 7, 9, which means given that 7 less than x less than 9, and what we need, x minus 5 whole cube by a. So x minus 5, now 7 minus 5 is 2 less than x minus 5 less than 4. Now x minus 5 whole cube, so which means cubing on this inequality, which gives 8 less than x minus 5 whole cube less than 64, and which is divided by a. So 8 by a less than x minus 5 whole cube by a less than 64 by a. Clearly this inequality which always depends on a, and we need to get a fraction value, x minus 5 whole cube by a should always a fraction value to be removed. Why? Because if integral part is there, it is not continuous, not differentiable. If it is 0, value is 0, then it should be continuous and differentiable. That's why clearly from this given data, x minus 5 whole cube by a is always a fractional part. Then only it is continuous and differentiable. So if we get a fraction value, then integral part of fraction value is what? 0. So x minus 5 whole cube by a is always lies in between 8 by a and 64 by a. Now clearly, if what is the fractional part? It is, so these are under 0 to 1. So that if I take the values which is greater than or equal to 64, then it is always a fractional part. Why? Because if you take 64 here, 64 by 64, which means less than 1. Less than 1 means if it is very near to 1, 0.99 and so on. If you take 0.99 and so on, all these values, we get 0 only. Why? Because integral part of fraction value is what? 0. That's why I am taking a is greater than or equal to 64, which means that a belongs to closed interval of 64 comma infinity. You please see this here in place of a, so we have to take 64 also. Why? Because no problem with 64 because it is less than only, which means it is not equal to 1. If it is 1, so we don't need to take 64. If it is less than only, then we need to take 64. That means a is greater than or equal to 64, which means a bigger value, which means always gives a fractional value. 64 divided by 65, which is a fractional value, 68,000 some, like this. That's why I am taking a greater than or equal to 64. So okay students, thank you, bye.